Is it true that a fire detection system provides enough protection?
I think you've got to sort of break that down a little bit. Fire detection does exactly what it says on the tin. It's there to detect a fire. It doesn't interact with the fire other than to say one's present. It then needs to call on others to sort of come and do something about the fire. So you've got to sort of say, well, you need others to be part of that to sort of contain and control the fire. The difference to something like a sprinkler system will detect the fire in terms of the bulb in the sprinkler will feel the heat, expand, break, and then water flows out of that sprinkler, and then that will control the fire. So the difference between the two in terms of which gives more protection is probably the sprinklers, because it interacts with the fire and controls it. Detection just tells you there's a fire there, so it doesn't really offer protection. It needs others to provide that protection.
And the sprinkler will actually detect the fire as well, and can be linked up to alarm systems. So a sprinkler will also detect a fire, but a fire detection, as well as fighting the fire, a fire detection system will detect the fire but won't fight the fire.
So is it a case you can't have one without the other?
No, you can have both. I think
Sprinklers give both.
Sprinklers can do both. So basically, when a sprinkler system operates, water starts to flow in the system, and that flowing water, or the flow of water, can be used to raise an alarm. So a switch can be made because there's a flow of water that can then send a signal that says something's happening here. Sprinklers are very reliable. They don't go off on their own, generally in the presence of a fire, and therefore that's a good indication. If you sent that signal to the fire service, they know there's a fire in that property. Slightly different to sort of other forms of detection.